Hi everyone, my name is Yokonia and I'm going to talk about the student record management system in relation to the different users that interact with it. So in this video tutorial, I'll log in as the head of admissions and I want to walk you through on how you go about the business process as head of admission. So you're gonna have three tabs. Of course, when you log in as head of admissions, you have these three tabs here. Okay, let me just change this so that people should be able to see when they're watching this video. Just change this part to that. Okay, then I'll update, I'll refresh or restart. Okay, head of admissions. All right, so when you log in as head of admissions, you have these three tabs: admissions, registration, and of course the profile tab, which I've just touched briefly. So under admissions, remember last time in the video tutorial we talked about admissions officer, but this one is the head of all the admissions officer or the admissions department. So there are more modules added to the account as compared to the previous admissions office. So you have application form. Basically, this is a form that every applicant that wants to, or every person that wants to apply online, this is a form that they have to fill in. And it's very important that they enter as many details, because this will be part of the biodata of that person that the system will capture and store and generate a computer number from there and the like. So this is simply the application form that will be on your website. When a student wants to, someone wants to apply online, you'll be able to enter the details from here. Of course, as head of admissions, you can also apply for someone, a relative or some sort. List applicant. So this one just allows you to see how many people have applied online, and you can take necessary actions as head of admissions. You'll be able to see, of course, their details and even take action. What kind of action is another summary where you look at, of course, their biodata. You can see their qualification that they have, and you'll be able to see from there if they need to be admitted or not. You can see the courses that they select or they selected to study at that institution, and of course you can reject, you can allow, and the like. Then custom reports allows you to generate reports for either management, the Senate, or the board of some sort. So you choose a type of report. Is it a report only on those who are selected to come and study here in a particular program in a particular year of this month and the like? And of course you can choose what should appear in the report by you can just double click on this and then to add on the other side. And if you want to remove, you do that and you remove. So basically the report is flexible. It allows you to choose what you want, and then you get report, and the system will generate that report. It's query the database on the system, get all those fields that you selected here, and compile a report for you, which you can present to management. Then you have the grade display. Admissions, you have a grade display. You have to set the grade display for the institutions, because these will differ from institution to institution. So of course you have the display name and the value you put there. If you want to add another one, you can add, and of course this is how you go about the grade display. Then manage candidates rather. You can manage the candidates who have in this case you have candidates who are ready for admissions of some sort. So you can choose, let's say, that, and you want to see should we offer letter to the guys in that, because remember you're in the admissions tab, so there are people who've applied and they are waiting maybe for approval. So you need maybe an offer letter printed for them, or you have to notify them that it's still pending of some sort. So if you offer letter and you say, you put the status there, what's your status, you've been selected, and then you submit the system. will work with those candidates and let them know. Then print offer. Of course, you can print an offer letter to a particular student, and of course, okay, the students, but it could have said here the ID and the name, and of course, you would have proceeded from there to print an offer letter for a particular student. Run application vetting. Of course, you can, because there will be thousands and thousands of applications online for people who have applied, and and the system allows you to do some form of vetting of some sort. So this one just simply, it selects some criteria of some sort, and be able to see, like to prune who has the best qualification, who should be enrolled, and like, so you'll be able to list qualified candidates, like the top 10 based on the application information. So the system has some search criteria that helps you with selection. When you come to settings, of course, this is where you come to, to do the admission settings. So admission year, month is that. Maybe you want to select some number of items for the different professions or programs that you have. So this is where you select, and you'll be able to change those settings. So subject or courses or qualifications. So in admissions, maybe 6. In postgraduate diploma, maybe what we need about 2, maybe 2 qualifications at least, that are mandatory. So that when a user selects in the application form, when they select that I want to study postgraduate diploma, the system should be able to indicate to them that they want a minimum of at least this. If it's in here, it's up to you to choose what is the minimum number of courses of qualifications that the institution you accept. The entry requirements goes in hand with the settings, so you'll be able to set the entry requirements as well, to say maybe you need to have a bachelor's degree. If you have a bachelor's degree, you want to do a master's degree, this is your entry requirement. If you already have a certificate in this League of Practitioners, this is your entry requirement. If you only have ECZ, maybe we also have a field for you. If you're just a school leaver at Cambridge, there's also an entry program for you, so you can as well add from there. If institution you decide to have more entry levels, you can submit from there. If you feel this one is no longer needed, you can just remove it from there. And of course, you can excuse me, you can manage courses from here for those entry requirements or levels that you have. So for a person who's maybe, let's say, a degree, bachelor's degree program, what are some of the courses that are there? And of course, you have to be very careful. You give it a course ID, you give it a name, then you select the grading. Is this course going to be done by the guys in bachelor's degree only, or even the guys who maybe have a certificate? There are courses that are that transcend different entry levels. So you'll be able to see that and be able to add it onto the courses list. And of course, this is how you go about it. Then you have the registration tab. In the registration tab, you can activate a student's account of some sort. So you have a student who have successfully done the admissions, and they need the account to be activated. So you can come over here and get the details on the system. Activates that student's account. Student enrollment. You want to see how the student, how the enrolled students are. So you get to see the biodata about the student. So you can even register the student from over here. But here you basically see everything about that student, and I mean everything about that student. So you have all these features you'll be able to see about the student. When you come to course enrollment, you'll be able to see where and which faculty, which program, their track they are in. The system will guide you to give you all the information about the student. You look at the courses that they have selected to do in that package. So this student will take 10 courses, for the entire period. You don't know, it could be a 4-year program, maybe it's a 2-year program, maybe it's a 1-year program, but the system will show you that it will run to cover these courses. And then you can register a student. Of course, this module is down. You can see their program structure. Okay, so you see that this student will just be here for a year, and they'll do all these 10 courses in that 1 year, and only write one exam at the end of it all. So student enrollment gives you that to see approved courses. You see how students, about basically everything about that student. So student status, you want to see the status of the student. Is this student registered? Is this student excluded? And you make proper updates. And of course, you can change, as head of admissions, you can change the status of a particular student. If they withdrew the permission, if they completed, you can just say completed, and for the session, then you submit. Then the system quickly updates and adds that to record. Of course, you can print custom reports on registration as well. So maybe management wants to see how many students applied in this program, how many applied in that program, how many were male, how many were female, and the like. So the system works in that way. That's about the registration tab. Then indeed, the profile tab simply manages your account, where you change your names and your passwords. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video tutorial.